Guys, big breaking news coming out. Air defense system intercept Persia missiles launched at Sleeping Giant military bases in Qatar. Wow. And we need to pray. We need to pray for the soldiers out there, the Sleeping Giant soldiers. This is not looking good, guys. This is absolutely not looking good. We have more breaking news coming out. It's not only Qatar. Oh, Iraq. Hold on. Reports of missile launches now against US bases in Iraq. Wow. Okay, so this is happening right now. All these information is coming out right now, guys. Please do me a favor and pray for the Sleeping Giant soldiers out there. Earlier today, Qatar, they knew that something was coming, so they closed their airspace. Qatar closes airspace for safety reasons hours after Americans and Brits in Qatar were told to shelter in place. So they knew that it was coming. So this was posted an hour ago. All right, so let's see what's going on here really quick. I have a lot more information. Please share the video. And thank you again for your support. As part of the state of Qatar's commitment to the safety of its citizens, residents, and visitors, the competent authorities announced the temporary suspension of air traffic in the country's airspace. This is part of a set of precautionary measures taken based on developments in the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs affirms that official authority are closely and continuously monitoring the situation, assessing developments in coordination with regional and international partners, and will provide the public with updated information in a timely manner through officials' channels. The ministry reiterates its emphasis that the safety and security of all individuals within the state of Qatar remains a top priority, and that the state will not hesitate to take the necessary preventive measures in this regard. So they knew something was coming. That's why they closed their airspace and shelter in place. Here we go, guys. Breaking news. Persia Television is coming out with some information. Persia State TV says Operation Bashawat against U.S. bases has begun. Has begun. Breaking news, breaking news. We have more breaking news here. Take shelter alert order at U.S. in al-Assad base in Iraq. Breaking news, breaking news. Explosion heard over Qatar. Explosion heard over Qatar. Okay, I'm looking for some more information here, guys. Just bear with me on this one. The president has been... Well, hold on. Give me a second. The president, the U.S. president... Give me a second here. U.S. President Donald is currently meeting with senior defense and intelligence official in the White House Situation Room. So Donald rushed to the Situation Room. The U.S. president has been rushed to the Situation Room, guys. Big breaking news. Big breaking news. The president has been rushed to the Situation Room. I don't see a situation where this does not result in a war between Persia and the U.S. Again, this is what started everything. This video right here that's going around. Ooh. Man. Buckle up. This is not over. And this is not what you call peace. I'm sorry, guys. This is not what you call peace. Now our sleeping giant soldiers is in a really tough situation right now, and I'm praying that every single one of them are safe. Please pray for them. Please pray for the sleeping giant soldiers and many people out there. Breaking news. Persia launches missile strike on sleeping giant base in Qatar. Reports are emerging that Persia fires 6 missile at sleeping giant Air Force bases. So 6 missile at the sleeping giant air base in retaliation for Donald bombing. Hold on. Wait a minute. We got some breaking news here. Persia is moving missile launchers into place for a potential strike on the sleeping giant forces in the Mideast in response to the surprise American strike on 3 nuclear sites over the weekend, according to sleeping giant officials. The Pentagon is tracking a credible threat to sleeping giant military bases in the region, one of the officials told the Wall Street Journal. Wow. Remember, guys, Donald posted this the other day. This is what Donald said. Any retaliation by Persia against the sleeping giant will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight, referring to the facility that was hit. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. So right now, he was rushed to the Situation Room. I do believe that something big is going to come. US jet scrambling over Saudi Arabia. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. We got breaking news here. Persia State media announces that the beginning of the operation against sleeping giant bases in the Mideast. All right, so they just announced it. Wow. They got some GPS jamming going on. Major case of GPS jamming in Qatar and other Gulf states. Man. Sirens are also now being reported in Bahrain and Kuwait. Wow. Okay, so we are definitely seeing something here, guys. We are definitely seeing something here. We are definitely seeing something here. Maximum alert status activated. It says here, maximum alert status declared. Orders issued to take shelter in bunkers. Bunkers at Ain al-Assad Air Base in Iraq. All right, so bunkers. I believe that's where our sleeping giant soldiers are located. Will be put in there safe. And again, guys, it's no secret stuff. I mean, everybody already knows it. Missiles spotted over Qatar after Persia launch. Multiple missiles have been seen in the sky above Qatar, following Persia's launch of 6 missiles aimed at sleeping giant bases. Embassies had already ordered shelter in place and credible strike warnings. This marked the first direct missile warning over Qatari airspace in the current escalation. Hopefully Qatar does not get upset and start telling Sleeping Giant to get out of here. So far, there were 6 missiles. 6. Okay, give me a second here, guys. It says here, Persia launches Operation Annunciation of Victory against the Sleeping Giant bases in Iraq and Qatar. So those are the two regions so far. But I'm hearing Kuwait and others are also seeing it too. That Here's the Persian military statement on retaliatory missile strike on U.S. base in those regions. They said this: in the name of, I'm not saying that name, the most merciful and the most merciful. Yeah, Jesus is the one that we look up to. So again, that's their message. All right, so it says here, noble and resilient nation of Persia. Following the blatant military aggression of the criminal regime of the Sleeping Giant against the peaceful nuclear facility of the Persians and the blatant violation of international law by the plan of the Supreme National Security Council and the leadership of the central headquarters of the Seal of the Prophets, the Persian military, with the sacred code or Abu, and has targeted the base in Qatar with a devastating and powerful missile strike. In the operation, I'm gonna skip that name. This base is the headquarters of the Air Force and the largest strategic asset of the Sleeping Giant Army in the West Asia region. The message of the decisive action of the nation's sons in the armed forces is clear and explicit for the Sleeping Giant and his allies. Once again, the Persians, relying on God Almighty and relying on the faithful and illustrious people of Persia, will not leave any strike on its territorial integrity, sovereignty, and national security unanswered under any circumstances. With the aggression of the Sleeping Giant enemy, it became clear to everyone that the evil of the Holy Land was an extension of the Sleeping Giant design. Accordingly, we would like to remind you that in the national defense, the Sleeping Giant bases and mobile military targets in the region are not a point of strength, but a major weakness and a thorn in the side of this warmongering regime. Wow. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Aircraft are currently being scrambled from Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. Sirens activated in Bahrain, and people are being told to seek shelter. Um, Once again, guys, this is DEFCON 2. Christopher Green said the U.S. Commander-in-Chief will follow soon with a strike you've never witnessed. Is that true? Well, we shall see. But look, I pray that nothing big goes down. Again, we're trying to keep everything peaceful, but again, we have this breaking news: the Situation Room. Donald's the only one standing up. He's like, yeah, I'm done with the Persians. Donald is currently in the Situation Room, monitoring the Persian strike with Joint Chief Chair Razin Kane and Secretary of Defense Pete. They said it last night. A night is coming, the likes of which has never been seen before. Um, Okay, so guys, give me a second here. 1 minute ago, 1 minute ago, Qatar condemns the ballistic missile strike by Persia on U.S. Base, adding that all of the missiles were intercepted. Okay, and that there are no reported. Okay, so everything is fine, everything is great, everything's looking good. All right, so they took everything, all those missiles out. See, look, guys, they knew something was coming. This was posted 5 hours ago. This was posted 5 hours ago. They knew something big was coming to Qatar. Hmm. Once again, Persia confirms missile strike on a sleeping giant base in Qatar. Persia military has officially confirmed it launched a retaliatory strike on a sleeping giant base. The announcement follows earlier reports of interception over Doha. Mm. Once again, sleeping giant bases under, you know what, from UAE to Qatar airspace closed. Persia missile marks the largest sleeping giant targeted strike by Persia in recent history. Alerts are sounding at sleeping giant bases in Iraq, Qatar, and Bahrain. And I think Kuwait, if I'm not mistaken. Airspace closure spreads from the UAE to Qatar, crippling regional routes. It seems like there's not much going on right now. They just fired a few. You have Dawn in the situation room. Give me a second here, guys. Persia launched 10. Wow, 10 missiles. I thought it was 6. 10 missiles towards U.S. bases in Qatar as Sleeping Giant told to shelter in place. Mm. Breaking news. Donald in the situation room with top defense officials. Donald is currently in the situation room with Secretary of Defense and the Joint Chief of Staff. Alright, guys, I'm going to keep it updated with this news here. I got another video coming up. It's going to be about the trucks. There was some trucks out there in the nuclear facility site way before Donald gave the green light. There was some truck out there, and I think these trucks might have taken the uranium and put it somewhere else. That video is coming up, guys. We are definitely seeing a lot of stuff happening here. Please pray for the sleeping giant soldiers. So far, everything looks like it's not bad. Sleeping giant soldiers are okay. Donna is in a situation room, and there's a possibility, who knows, maybe a retaliation. If I were Donald, I wouldn't do it. If everything is fine, if everything is good, don't retaliate. Just let it be. Just brush off your shoulder. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.